I've been reading through. I first read through Matthew, and now I'm in Mark, and I'm actually have read several times in Matthew, and I didn't count how many times Jesus told his disciples um, about what was going to happen to him, like his death and resurrection. But you also, see accounts in Mark, and I was reading Mark, and I thought, well, I'll just read a little bit of this account where Jesus tells his disciples about his death. And so if you want to join me, it's Mark 8, starting in verse 31. Then Jesus began to tell them that the Son of Man must suffer many terrible things and be rejected by the elders, the leading priests, and the teachers of religious law. He would be killed, but 3 days later he would rise from the dead. He talked about this openly with his disciples. So it sounds like Jesus is talking about it openly to his disciples. Like he's kind of being real with them. He's not, I mean, maybe sort of, maybe speaking like maybe in a parable, I don't know. But my guess is when it says that he spoke to them openly about it, maybe not so much in a parable. Um, Probably, and then you get down to, further, and it says that Peter even said that, why are you, speaking of such things, kind of because obviously Peter did not get it. Now, you don't really expect the disciples to get it the first time, maybe. Um, but like there's several different accounts, and I should have, kept track of how many accounts Jesus told his disciples, leading up to um that night, just many times throughout his ministry here while he was walking along this, with his disciples, um, told them that that would happen. And each time that he told his disciples that such thing was going to happen, they didn't get it. And it's easy for us to read that story today and go, well, they're idiots, right? They're they're obviously, because we can try to say that, well, if we were there, we would have, well, maybe we would have, maybe we wouldn't have. And so, um, but, other than that, it kind of seems a little silly that they didn't, understand. And, likewise, I believe like if we were there and we heard that Jesus was going to be, crucified, if he told us several times, um, and we didn't get it, that would be something that people would be saying about us. Like, how, like, how could they have not have gotten it, like, and Jesus, like, there's, well, maybe 4 or 5 different accounts in the book of Matthew. Um, and so, and who knows, and like maybe there could have been more times that Jesus, said, but there's at the very least 3, maybe 4, 5 different times. I should have, counted and I didn't, so I don't know the exact number, but it's not many, but it's still, you go, wow, Jesus did warn them, several times, and it I just wanted to share. So I guess maybe that can be the thought of the day.